Uh-oh, Taylor Swift's big wedding today at Madison Square Garden just might be defeated by communism. What? Say what? No, really. It's looking like Mayor Mamdani and that air conditioning drama is starting to put a big bummer on the summer wedding of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. We'll explain it all right now. Well, the celebrities have had enough. They've had their fill of communism, of socialism, at least for this summer. And today we'll tell you why it's no fun for T Swift on her big, big day. It's today. It's tonight. Folks, click the like button. And now, off to the races with the celebs who are suddenly hating the political choices they've made. Well, it turns out the movie stars, the celebrities, the songwriters, the singers, the athletes, they don't like communism as much as they thought they did. Mamdani, the mayor of New York, has just gone full Europe on us. Says Mayor Zoran Mamdani is getting ripped for telling every single New Yorker to increase their thermostat to 78 degrees because the city's power grid can barely handle the heat. No, you should abandon the Green New Scam and let Americans live in comfort. So Mamdani is indeed calling for people to put their thermostat to 78, and he's telling all the government areas, all the government structures, they have to put it at 78. That's an order. We got this account out there as a reminder that the reason that New York City is struggling to power its air conditioners is a Democratic Party crusade against the Indian Point nuclear power plant that finally led to its shutdown in 2020, which led to a massive rise in fossil fuel usage to power the city. Now, I'm not here to be political, but I am here to say you shut down the nuclear power plant and suddenly you don't have what you need. 10, 12 years ago, there was a heat wave worse than this in New York, and guess what? They were just fine, didn't have to curtail the air conditioning. And I dare say, folks, that part of this has to do with the fact that so many Europeans are in the United States right now, many of them in New York watching the World Cup, and they were saying, what's up? What's going on? Why is it the U.S. can do so much better than us and handle this heat wave? And Mamdani couldn't allow that, of course. He couldn't allow the U.S. of A. to look that good. He said, no way. Well, guess what? Guess what, folks? Turns out this is putting a major pain on a ton of celebrities because they don't like sweating, and they don't like sweating with you. Taylor Swift's private jet is now drawing scrutiny after emissions report is coming out of TCD, the Cool Down, which is a really funny name for a website that we're using right now. It says we have to change our behavior, and it means changing behavior, not paying for offsets, by Lee Cook. Lee is here writing, she's critical of Taylor. Why is Taylor getting some criticism? Well, because Taylor's getting married in New York in the same weekend that Mamdani just said, you can't put the temperature above 78. And here comes T Swift, Madison Square Garden. That's right. Friday, Madison Square Garden. T Swift, Travis Kelce getting married. You know the number of celebrities coming in for this. It's going to be huge. And do you know the size of Madison Square Garden? I'm going to bet, ladies and gentlemen, that T Swift and Travis are not going to have Madison Square Garden at a balmy, swampy 78. Not going to happen. And this means the celebrities, they're going to have some splaining to do. But not only that, but probably the hotels in New York are going to be uncomfortable for them as well, forcing them to be at 78. And all of a sudden, everybody's saying, maybe this whole communism thing isn't so great after all. Because everywhere in the U.S. that's not New York is setting their thermostats wherever the heck we want, and we like it that way. Here's the report. It says Taylor Swift, this out of ESPN. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will have their wedding at Madison Square Garden Friday night. According to a law enforcement official briefed on the security plans, the festivities will kick off with a smaller rehearsal dinner. It says speculation about the superstar singer and Kansas City Chiefs tight end's nuptials had built to a frenzy. New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani said Wednesday that a permit had been filed for a large event at Madison Square Garden. We are fully prepared, he added. There isn't anything to share beyond that, but here they go, and they're going to be sweating it if they are forced to keep it at 78. And all of this, I believe, is due to running energy away, and then also trying to not look any better than the Europeans. Meanwhile, it's hot in Florida. Florida, you can set your thermostat whatever you want to. It's hot in South Carolina. You can set your thermostat to whatever you want to. It's hot in Texas. You can set your Texan thermostat to anything you'd like. Culture, this is, how long are they going to go, the celebrities, before they stop and say, think we're picking the wrong horse here. This whole commie thing's not working out for us.
Well, I don't think it's going to take long for a lot of these people to like just say you're lacking basic common sense. I think that we're going to get back to the conversation about the practical, the practical concerns that you should have when you have extreme weather and you don't have air conditioning. They're suffering those consequences in Germany and various parts of Europe right now during their, what do we call it, heat event or whatever, heat wave. And they actually have a cardiac unit that doesn't have AC in Germany. So they're bringing in ice packs and all kinds of other things to help keep people cool.
Okay, let me throw something at your culture.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah.
They have thousands of people dying in Europe from this heat wave where they will not put air conditioning. And New York now, Mamdani could not allow New York to look better than that. He had to shut that down.
Yeah.
Okay. But they've got thousands of people passing away, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When they pass away, when the thousands and thousands pass away, and I was in Europe when they had the heat wave in 2003, so I remember this. When the thousands pass away because they won't pay for the air conditioning, those bodies, I don't mean to be morbid, do they go into refrigeration culture?
I actually can't answer that question.
They do.
No, they do.
They do. And so the Europeans, this is bonkers nuts to me. You can have AC after you're stiff on the board, but you can't have AC if you're breathing air.
But in a cardiac unit, you would think you'd want to keep those people as close to like comfortable as possible.
Not just the people, the instruments, the electronics, all the rest of the stuff that goes on in it.
What wiped them out in France when I was there 20-something years ago during a heat wave was the assisted living in the nursing homes didn't have AC. This is crazy. Okay, let's go to Mamdani though, and let's have some fun with this. Here's Mamdani's announcement. 7 seconds.
And to every business owner, please set your thermostats to 78 degrees to alleviate the stress on our power grid.
Well, that was about as quiet as they get, eh? Well, anyway, Lou. The celebrities
here too. About
yeah, go ahead.
Madison Square Garden.
Huge
Anyone
space.
who's ever seen pictures of that venue knows that it's very big and very tall. So are we talking 78 at floor level where presumably the wedding's going to happen? Because if so, how hot will it be in the upper decks? How hot will it be in the ceiling? How hot will it be where the scoreboard is or where the lights are? Or
I will guarantee you. Well, I won't guarantee you. It would shock me if Madison Square Garden.
There you go.
If Madison Square Garden is kept at 78 degrees, it's going to be kept at 70. It's going to be kept at 72. And this is the space. And this is what they do for the celebrities. But then it caused the celebrities to have to answer questions. And these are uncomfortable questions. But Lou, I want to know from you, do you think that this is about power or do you think this is, well, it's about power. Do you think this is about energy? Rephrase it. Do you think this is about energy or do you think it's about trying to save the Europeans and make the European countries look good from Mamdani?
It's just one more hypocrisy of collectivism. I mean, in its own way, this is the same as Gavin Newsom having dinner at the French Laundry, you know?
They're not going to, Taylor.
It's the same kind of for thee, not for me attitude.
Taylor is not going to be sweating in her gown. That is not going to happen. I want to know what the
temperature is at Gracie Mansion.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a great thing to know?
Well, and be big.
For those who don't know, Gracie Mansion is the mayor's residence in New York.
Yeah, but set that aside. To get a building the size of Madison Square Garden cool for everybody, comfortable for everybody, they start cooling that way in advance.
You bet.
And so, you know, in the lights generate an enormous amount of heat at the top of the building.
So, Culture, do you mean to say that these celebrities, hundreds, thousands of them,
they make
at the same time that in Queens, in the Bronx, they're sweating their tuckuses off, tuckuses off, whatever we say. At the same time, they're going to come in on their private jets by the thousands, and they're going to go into a giant Madison Square Garden, chilled so that T-Swift looks as good as she can. And average people are the ones who are going to get hosed metaphorically, because you probably can't afford the hose.
If they listen to the commie mayor there, yeah. I wouldn't listen to the socialist. How he got there in the first place is baffling. I'm befuddled.
Lou, I'd make it colder if I lived there. I mean, I don't want to get in trouble for suggesting, but I'd drop that thermostat just to say.
To hearken back to prior times, there's a heat wave in the Bronx. Brooklyn's broken out in sweat. Mamdani's losing power, but he ain't seen nothing yet.
You got there. You did it, Lou. You got there.
Yeah.
All right.
Taylor Swift, where are you? I don't know.
Lorne, this is amazing that the policies that have been put in place, it's not USA. It's just New York. Anywhere in the country outside of
It's
NYC.
up to you, New York, New York.
Yeah, the whole country can handle it, but not New York, not under the commie mayor, not under the policies that drove the energy away. And here come the celebrities, and they get to live a different way, and they get to answer the hard questions. And what do you make of all this? It's craziness.
Well, I guess what I get out of it is you get what you deserve. I have the funny mental image, speaking of tight ends, of Taylor at her wedding complaining of swamp ass, and to me that's just hilarious. but you know, I think that if this is what you're going to vote for, then you get what you deserve.
They love Mamdani, don't
You
they?
can't always get what you want, but you're going to get what you need.
They're gonna sit in the warm embrace of collectivism, right, all together. And suddenly they love those first world conveniences, that wonderful frigid air conditioning. Well, it's been a good time. It's been a great time, folks. It's been a groovy time, even keeping the Holly Weirds in line. We know them better than they know themselves. As we say goodbye, folks, please consider clicking that like button, drop a comment down below, and join the community dialogue today. And until the next time, we say it every time. Keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.